Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Happiness Handmade. My name is Lisa and welcome to my new crochet corner. If you have seen my past videos, this room has made a lot of transformations. There's been a lot of messiness and a lot of things strewn everywhere, but I am so excited to share my updated space. So before it looked like this, it was pretty crazy in here. So let's take a walk down memory lane and I'll show you the process of how I got this room set up. Okay, I literally can't believe I am showing you this because it is slightly embarrassing how insanely messy and unorganized and how crazy this room is getting. So I've said it before, I'm so grateful for this space. This is our extra bedroom in our house. It's located in the basement, which is probably why you see me either with blankets or sweatshirts on while I am doing my YouTube videos, but because it gets kind of chilly. But I'm so grateful for this space. But when it feels like this cluttered and disorganized, it makes my brain feel just disorganized as well. And so I am so excited to revamp this entire room, especially my crochet corner. The yarn is getting out of control. I need to reorganize my shipping area. Like everything just needs a total revamp. What I would love to see in this space is to add a Murphy bed. So we have that bed there. It is great for when family and friends come to visit. They have a place to stay, but the bed is taking up a lot of space. So I would love to add a Murphy bed there. And then I also want more of a yarn wall on this back wall here. So going through this dresser drawer, we are going to get rid of this dresser drawer so it can become a yarn wall. And you guys, these granny squares I made before I started my business. So this would have been like July or August of last year, because I started Happiness Handmade in August, and I was going to make a blanket. And then when I started my business, my pumpkin garlands really took off on Etsy. So like everything had to take a back burner, and I had to start cranking out a bunch of pumpkin garlands. That was a lot of fun, but crazy. Before I started crochet, I was really into needlepoint and cross stitch. Here is a bib. I would make crochet these bibs like all the time for friends and family. I did all kinds of cross stitch stuff. And then you guys, this is some of my most prized possessions that I even own. This is made by my late grandma. Her name was Mabel, and she really was the matriarch of our family, and she was the best crocheter I have ever seen. This is something that she created. This was one of the last things that she created later in life. She had an amazing life. She lived till she was 92 years old. And I feel so close to my grandma when I am crocheting, and I think she would be really proud of me and my crochet business. I was gifted these by my aunt. She had them at her house, and she gave them to me because she knew that I crocheted. I want to do something really special with them. And then, fun fact, you guys, so I used to be a pretty avid runner. So these are all of my medals. I've done several half marathons, tons of 10Ks, like so many 5Ks I can't even count. But I used to be a super big runner, not so much anymore. My big claim to fame was I did run a full marathon in 2018. This was back in Carmel, Indiana. This was like my biggest physical achievement ever outside of, growing and delivering 2 kiddos. But here are all of these medals. We used to have them hanging up in our garage. We don't have them hanging up in our garage anymore, so they were just kind of hanging out in here. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. These are really fun too. So When I first started crocheting, this is before I had my crochet business, I would buy those bags of polyfill. And the bags of polyfill would include these little wooden sticks. And so I just kept saving them and saving them. I have more around this room somewhere, but I don't know if I'm going to keep these, but I probably will, knowing me. Okay, you guys, the storage units have arrived. I'm so excited. They're out in the garage right now. Just got done sanitizing them and wiping them down, and they look really good. I cannot wait to put them in the space. I got a steal of a deal on these on Facebook Marketplace, of all places. I'm not a huge Facebook Marketplace girly, but the deals, I don't know why I'm not, because the deals are like incredible. And I saw these, they had some good pictures. They looked like they were in really good shape. So I went for it and we got them. And so I just got done, like I said, sanitizing them, using a little bit of bleach, some of those antibacterial wipes, and they look great. I cannot wait to start putting together my yarn wall. Okay, wait, why is everything looking so messy still? Oh my gosh, I still have a long way to go, you guys, but I had to show you the progress that I made. Even though it doesn't look like a lot of progress, I'm telling you, we ended up doing like a spring cleaning on this weekend. As you can see, it was super rainy outside. It was raining all weekend, so it's not like the kids or we could go anywhere like super fun outside. So it was actually a perfect day to just do some deep spring cleaning or summer cleaning or whatever you want to call it. So we actually got rid of a ton of stuff, and this room was no exception. Okay, and here it is, you guys, the yarn wall. Of course, I had to include some of my petsicles up there. I have my Pupsicle, my first ever Pupsicle, actually, and my Penguin Pop. I just released that pattern, and here's all the beautiful yarn. It's so colorful. It's so organized. It makes me so happy. So starting at the top, I have my Big Twist Posh, and then we go into our Burnette Blanket, and then at the far end, we have our super bulky yarns like Sweet Snuggles and Big Twist Plush, and then the two gray bins are like all of my acrylic yarn, or like my Chanel yarn, or like kind of like the random yarns. I am in absolute love. That was my first time doing this new like setup with some of my display items. I think it went really well. It's still kind of hard to see everything, so I'm going to try to do a little bit more rearranging in the crochet corner to see if I can maybe bring these items closer. You can't really, so I have my chickens in the back. You can't really see them. I have scrunchies down there. I have more crochets. So I'd love for people to see as much as they can during my live. Of course, at the beginning of the live, I will go around, I'll turn my camera on and I'll walk around with my camera and kind of show everybody everything. But then once I get seated, you can't really see a whole lot. So it's better than what it was before, but definitely still want to work out the kinks. I want to point out, look at that cute little ice cream cart that I have. So, you know, I have my Petsicles. I have a line of crochet patterns. I call them the Petsicles. I currently have a Pupsicle, a Catsicle, a Bunsicle, and an Ellie Pop. And I thought it would be fun to kind of showcase my Petsicles in like a little popsicle stand. So we did something fun like that last night. Again, just things that I'm trying out for my lives, trying to make it more like a little bit of a market feel so I can really highlight everything that I have made, everything that's in stock, and if people want a closer look. The live was a lot of fun last night. I have a lot of crochet friends that I have met through Palm Street, and it's really turning into just like a really fun little time together. So what I've done on my last two Palm Street lives is I'll crochet something, but I'll let the group like decide what we're making, the colors, and so it's been really fun. Here are some of the things that I have made on the Palm Street lives. So the first one is Penelope the Bee. So I was deciding, you know, what should I make? Should I make an axolotl or a bee? Everyone selected bee. And then I showed them some colors, and these are the colors that they selected. Penelope is so cute. I love the colors. She's just so bright and fun. And then last night when I was on my Palm Street Live, I decided, okay, let's make an axolotl. I lined up a ton of different colors, and these are the colors that everyone chose. And this one is named Patty. So we have Patty the axolotl, Penelope the bee, and these are our Palm Street friends. So I don't think I'm gonna have these for sale. I definitely want them up so you can see them while I go live on Palm Street. Maybe I'll have them back behind me during my YouTube videos. I definitely want to do some social media with them too. But Palm Street has been so fun. Thank you so much to everyone who follows me on Palm Street or who has attended a live. It really means so much. I have so much fun getting to meet you guys and learn more about you and your business. So what I need to get done today is packing orders. So it is a cloudy, rainy day here in Kansas City. It's like a perfect day to just snuggle up with like a nice hot cup of tea. I know I'm saying hot beverages and it's like end of May, but that's just how the weather is going right now. So a little chilly, really windy and rainy. So let's grab some tea and let's start shipping out some orders and getting them packed up. The origin of these orders are kind of all over the place. So let me start with my Palm Street orders that I have got recently. So ironically, I have two Dozer dinos. So this pattern is by Mama Made Minis. And I had two separate people order two dinos and they liked these colors, so we stayed with this color. This is in Fluffy Flex, and then the spikes are actually in Big Twist Posh. But I just love this dino. He's so sweet. So I have two of these guys that we're going to be packing up, and these are from our Palm Street lives. The other two orders I have are from Etsy. So the first order is this sweet giraffe. This pattern is by BK Crochet. I love her Lovey and Snuggler patterns. They are so fun to make. This one is Gentry the giraffe. And then the customer also asked for a light pink top knot headband. I just started adding like accessories for my Loveys. So the top knot headband is one of them. And then I also want to make like scarves. And then as we get closer and closer to the holiday season, I want like Santa hats or like Christmas bows, just to really like decorate and accessorize the Loveys. But this customer wanted a light pink top knot, and I think it looks so cute on Gentry the giraffe. I was really happy with how this one turned out. The next Etsy order is your classic bee, you guys. So she wanted a purple and black bee. So I have several different items, or I several different options on my Etsy for bees, but customers can absolutely like customize as well. They can always have a personal message when they order the bee, and they can tell me what colors that they want to use. So I love being able to add custom options in my Etsy because it makes things a little bit more personalized. It gives the customer a little bit more freedom in what they're buying and what they're purchasing. But I did already have like a purple bee like up on the Etsy shop, and so she loved the purple, so she went for the purple. Just a fun note, and I know you guys have seen this before, but with any of my plushies that have the safety eyes, I will always include this warning label letting them know that is not safe for children or pets. You'll notice that I don't have those on my Loveys because I've used embroidered eyes, but I do like to have this additional warning tag for anything that is safety, anything that has safety eyes. So this is going home today too. And then this last order is really special, you guys. So I met this woman at my last market, and she really loved my Loveys, but she also asked if I could make a baby blanket for her granddaughter. So we have the Mallard Duck Lovey. This pattern is by Crazy Daisy Crochet. I found this pattern on Etsy. It is such a cute pattern. It has 2 different sizes for the beaks. This is the larger size, and I love, love the larger size. He's so cute. He's made with burlap blanket. And then the baby blanket is just, oh, I got some twine. It's just like a white baby blanket, but I used this olive trim, the same olive that I used for the duck, I used for the trim around the baby blanket, because this olive color is like the color of the nursery, and which I love. I think that is so, so pretty. So I made this really gorgeous olive trim around the baby blanket, and it goes so well together. It's like so snuggly and fun. I used really, really soft cotton, white cotton yarn for this. It's so, so soft, you guys. It feels so good. It's so snuggly. So this is a custom order. We are going through Etsy for the purchase and the shipping and everything, just to make things a little bit easier on all of us, the payment and everything. So I am going to put this up on Etsy for her to purchase, and then I will get these 2 items mailed out to her as well. I also wanted to give you a quick look inside my shipping process. So one thing that I highly recommend if you want to start selling online is invest in a label printer. Mine is right over there. I'll show you a picture of it. I'll take a picture of it and just show you right here. But mine, this label printer is so nice. It makes things so convenient. You can print your label. You can purchase the labels online, print them out, add them to your package, and then you are good to go. And all you need to do is drop them off at your mail center. It makes it so much easier. Once I got this label printer, it like changed my entire like outlook on shipping. Like at first I was really like it was like a daunting thing, like setting up printing and oh my gosh, like how do I get my labels? But once I invested in a label printer, and there's so many different kinds out there, different price points. I think mine was like middle of the road. It certainly wasn't the most expensive, but it wasn't the cheapest. I'll put the brand information here too, so you can see the one that I got. I'll put it in the description below as well, but it has worked so well, and it really has been a game changer for my shipping process. So if you're nervous about shipping, if you're nervous about selling online and how to set all of that up, I highly recommend investing in a label printer. It will save you so much time. It was fun for me to kind of figure out, what I wanted my shipping to look like, because it is part of your brand, it's part of your business. So I have all white boxes of different sizes. In the box, I will include some white tissue paper and the quintessential purple tissue paper. I always write a thank you card, a handwritten thank you card to every single customer that has purchased something from my shop. I am so incredibly grateful for every order that I get. Truly, I'm so happy to be able to share my crochets. My mission with Happiness Handmade, as I have said before, is to share God's light, love, and happiness to everyone everywhere with my business and with my makes and my crochets. And so to be able to do that, and for those to invest in my business and buy something from me, it means so much. So everyone gets a handwritten letter from me put in their box, just saying thank you. And then my favorite part of the shipping process, I think even better than like dropping the items off to send them on their way, I think my favorite part is when I add my little sticker to the box. So it's like kind of become like a little routine or like a little tradition. So I'll show you now, but normally I will get all of my packages packed up. And then, I get the shipping labels on them and everything, and I stack them towards the door. So whenever I'm out next, I'll know I need to pick up all of these items and take them to the post office. But what I will do is the last thing is I will add my sticker to the box. And as I'm adding the sticker, I pray over the item. I just pray for the customer and the item, whoever is receiving the item. I just thank God that I get to do this and that I get to, you know, make these beautiful handmade things for people. And they're used as gifts for themselves. And again, I really just want people to experience God's warmth and love through my makes. So every single time I will stack up the boxes, I will add the sticker, and I'll say a little prayer over each and every item that I ship. So this is what the package will look like. He's all squished up in there, but I do have a note on my Etsy that says, hey, like when you receive this package, he may be a little scrunched up, just, you know, fluff him back up and he'll be just fine. But he's a little tight in there, but I kind of like that he's tight in there. Like my crochets are nice and tight in there, so they're not like being jumbled and tossed around when they're being shipped. There's a little bit of like insulation in itself. So this is how they look. I do have a white tissue paper on the bottom. I'll add my purple tissue paper on the top like that. And then the thank you card. Again, like I said, I write a thank you card to everybody and I will put it right here. And then I mentioned the sticker. I pray over the item. I'll get the label on it and it'll be ready to go. I'm also a little crazy about saving boxes of all different sizes because you just never know. And so this is a box that I saved. How cute is that? It's so perfect for like the colors and everything. This is really, really fun. So I have my white boxes, but I'll definitely save boxes that I get as well, just so I have a bunch of different sizes. So Amazon boxes, you know, Walmart delivery boxes, Kohl's, Michael's, all the things. You'll see all different types of boxes. But if I don't have any of the size, then it's the white ones that work perfect for me. I also encourage you to get just like a little like kitchen weight. So as you're filling out your orders, it's going to ask for the dimensions of the package that you're putting it in, as well as its weight. And so this little kitchen weight is so, so helpful. There's all different types out there. I honestly already had this. We had this in our kitchen. I totally snagged it from the kitchen and now it lives in my crochet corner. But I use it every single time I ship orders. It's really, really helpful when you need to weigh out your packages too. Okay, you guys, that is going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you so much for stopping in. If you have any suggestions about what videos you want to see next, if you have any shipping tips or tricks or ideas for others, please put them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you later.